All right, so I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my other videos, but please like and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying my stories. I got a decent number of followers and likes building up, but of course, I want that to continue to increase. And the only way by doing that is for me to put some more stories on here. So here comes my next one. This one is another one about growing up in the projects, but this one actually takes me outside the projects. You know, the first friends that I made outside of the projects, other than friends I had made, at school, just at school, was in junior high. I made a couple of white friends, my first ones, you know. Um, Before, the majority of all my friends were Chicano and black because all that's all there, pretty much was in the projects. So I met this crazy cool white boy. We'll call him KB, his initials, and he had an even crazier brother, younger brother named JB. They were both super hyperactive, and they both took Ritalin for it. And I'm pretty sure they both like had ADHD, ADD. It was like the first time I had ever heard of that stuff. Like Ritalin or any of those conditions or whatever. And when they went off their meds, man, watch out. Them boys got wild. Especially the younger brother, JB. That kid went freaking bonkers when he didn't take his meds. I mean, later on in life, he was in juvie by the time he was like 15, I think, and in and out of juvie his whole teenage years, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to him after that because we all kind of lost touch. I'll talk about that in one of my other videos. Mostly all my friends got addicted to drugs, like really bad. But anyway, they used to do a lot of crazy stuff. Like one of the craziest things they used to do was they used to do backflips off the roof of their house. And most of the time they would do a perfect backflip and like land on their feet. Now they were just like super like agile and stuff. And there was this park in downtown that had an old steam engine train. Back in the day before it got fenced off, you could actually climb up on it and just chill inside. And we used to walk down there every once in a while. And but we had to watch out because there was junkies that hung out up there too sometimes, like winos. That's what we used to call them back then. Winos, bums. Homeless people is the proper term now. But anyway, they used to shoot up and other stuff. They would leave like their empty beer bottles and whiskey bottles and their freaking needles from when they shot up. That was like the worst thing we had to watch out for. But or they would piss and poop up there sometimes. So I don't know why we even liked to go up there, but it was just a cool train. But unfortunately, that was one of the things we had to watch out for. But anyways, these two crazy fools would climb up, to the very top of the train, which I think is probably equal to like about a second floor of an apartment building, and they would jump off the very top of it. They would just kind of like put both arms out to each side, and they would jump straight off. And when they hit the ground, they would just like tuck and roll forward and pop right back up on their feet. It was pretty nuts to see. Like I never seen anybody else do it besides those two. Anyway, they did a bunch of crazy crap. If I remember anything else, I'll talk about it. But so anyway, one of the craziest things JB ever did when he was off his meds happened during the summer of '85. Pretty sure it was '85. And yes, I know that was a long time ago. Yes, I know I'm getting old. And some of the youngsters might say I'm already old. But so anyway, myself and like three or four other friends, was kicking it at KB and JB's house. And oh, real quick, doesn't have anything to do with this story, but just wanted to mention their mom was a total MILF. um, that's one of the reasons we all wanted to go over there. Me and my friends, we always wanted to go over there. Um, she was always walking around in super short shorts, showing some cheek, and she was a super sweet lady, and she was really nice, always bringing us drinks and making us snacks and stuff. So we all really loved going over, of course. Anyway, she wasn't there that day. She was at her beauty salon that she ran. It was her beauty salon. She owned it. But anyway, it was just us boys chilling, and it was summer, so we were like, just chilling out all day, like smoking and drinking. I think we had like some beers or something, but we're definitely smoking some sticky green, And we were watching Headbangers Ball on MTV. A lot of you youngsters probably never heard of it, but it was the shiznit back then. It was cool. We watched everything. We watched like Yo MTV Raps and all that, but we also liked the headbanging stuff. And so we were like, we went out back to the backyard to, I think, to smoke again. And we had totally forgot about JB, that he was off his meds. And earlier that day, um, he was on the roof of the house. Actually, I kind of messed that up, but we went out to the back to smoke, and that was when he threw the rocks at us. He was up on the roof, and like I don't know where he must have put the rocks in his pocket or in his shirt or something, but they weren't little rocks either. They were like pretty good sized rocks. I mean, like if he would have actually hit one of us, it would probably knock the crap out of us and like send us to urgent care for like stitches or something. But so KB had chased his butt all over the place until he finally caught him. He was the only one that was quick enough to catch his little brother JB. He had finally caught up to him and beat the crap out of him. So he was like all crying, like I'm sorry, I promise, I'll behave, like stop or whatever. So we were all like laughing and stuff, and we thought he was done messing with us, because of the butt whipping he had just got. But what we didn't know was he was steaming mad, and he was trying to figure out, he was thinking of a plot, like a revenge plot to get us back. And so I guess he figured the best way to get us back would be to scare the crap out of us. So he he went to the mom's room. Their stepdad had a 22 rifle that he kept in the closet in the mom's bedroom. And for whatever reason, he had some real bullets and he had some blanks. I don't know what the purpose was for the blanks, but we found out later on that he had some blanks too. I'm not sure if KB knew about the blanks or not, but JB definitely did, which we found out later. So anyway, we're all just chilling in the living room, like I said, watching Headbangers Ball. I think Motley Crue Looks That Kill was on, and so we were all like, rocking out, totally into it, not paying attention. So he like totally got the jump on us, man. He snuck up on us good. So he comes running um, through the kitchen, and he he's like just yells to us. He's like none of you mother effers move, and he has a freaking 22 rifle in his hands. So we all turn around and look at him, and we're like, oh crap. And JB starts to get up and says, man, you ain't got no freaking bullets in that thing. And JB points it at him and says, don't effing move or I'm shooting you first, you cross-eyed bastard. That's what he used to call him. He used to call his brother when he would get pissed. Because KB, he wasn't cross-eyed, but his eyes were kind of close together. So that's what his brother would call him, crazy cross-eyed bastard or whatever. But anyway, so then he yells at all of us, you bastards get your hands up in the air too. And none of us did it we're all like, man, F you. We're gonna kick your A again when we get you. So none of us put our hands up. So he points it to the ceiling and fires off a round. So we're like, oh crap, he really does have bullets in that thing. So we all put our hands up. Of course, none of us noticed the shot didn't make a hole in the ceiling. But we were too scared at the loud shot from the 22. You know, if you know anything about guns, a 22 is not that loud compared to most firearms, but when you're indoors, it's kind of loud. So I think he held us hostage for like maybe 10 minutes, just talking a bunch of crap to us and trying to make us call him stuff like master and sir. Of course, we were all like, man, F you, even though we were kind of scared, that he really might shoot us. So he finally turned it back on his brother, KB, and he said, okay, since none of you efforts will listen, he goes, I'm going to shoot you first. So at that point, his brother made a split decision to try and rush him, which of course JB fired off a round right towards his brother's chest. KB screamed and hit the ground, and we all yelled too, like, oh crap, he really shot him. He kind of like jumped to the side like he was trying to dodge the bullet. He kind of hit the ground and rolled, and he was like feeling all over himself, like looking for a bullet hole or like for blood. And then we noticed JB was laughing his butt off. And KB got up and was like checking himself, and he's like looking at Jeff and JB. Sorry, a little slip there. When he realized there was no hole and he noticed JB was laughing, he was like, you little mother effer, I'm going to kill you. And commenced to chasing him. And of course, we all joined in. So of course, when we caught him, we commenced kicking his butt. We took it easy on him because it was such a good prank he pulled on us, but we still had to we had to rough him up a little bit, teach him a little bit of a lesson. But yeah, he really scared the crap out of us good, man. So anyway, I might have some more stories about these crazy two or some of my other crazy friends. I'm definitely going to do a video about all the crazy pranks, like the mean, crazy pranks that we used to pull on each other. There's some really good ones. But anyway, for now, that's it for another one of my stories. Your homie, Big Cisco. Peace.